Nitara. Nitara, Raider. Kano. Kano. Tremor.
Yo, what's up, Reaper? What's up, Reaper? Yeah, I'm just doing a kind of like a informational live stream on my reasoning / explanation behind my Nitara tier list. So yeah, that's like the main reason. That's what we'll be doing today. I just want to wait for some more people to come in. You know, to come in just to like see, you know, once we get a few people, then yeah, I will start my reasoning. Well, I'll explain my reasoning for my tier list in really good detail, like in really in-depth detail. Ooh, what kind of character are you going to be playing? Reptile. Not a bad pick. So yeah, we'll just wait until there's a few more people watching. Hey Shady, what's up? What is up? Oh yeah, Reptile and Scorpion and Reptile and Goro, that's a good pick. Alright. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, Reptile is... Well, I mean, Goro is mainly good for, like, being safe and that sort of thing.
Cyrax.
I feel like... People could just watch the VOD afterwards.
Wuxi Academy.
Alright, so I need to explain a couple of things before we get started on my reasoning on my tier list. Like one, I since Nitara isn't the best character, I prioritized into like what like the cameos give to Nitara to help her with some of her weaknesses. That might be lack of mix-ups, projectiles, giving her more health, or just adding something else to her toolkit that can make her a lot better, you know? Like make her like an actual usable character. As well is like I kind of feel like I know what I'm talking about because I've been a day one Nitara player of day one of release. Therefore, and also I've been practicing, or I've been playing with like pretty much, not pretty much, but every cameo with Nitara just so I can like find the most viable cameo with Nitara. And just, I feel like I have like a lot of grounds to like, explain my reasonings about it. And yeah, we'll be going to be in a real depth to it, And another thing, the cameo spot, like the spots on like each tier. So, for example, in the A tier, they're not in particular order because every cameo, is good for certain situations. You know. So I feel like Nitara is like one of the rare few examples of like instead of having since a lot of the Nitaras use just Farah. I mean, yes, Farah is good, but you don't really get a projectile with Farah. Therefore, you can easily get zoned out with Farah. Hence, in a situation that your opponent is zoning a lot, Farah might not be a good pick. And another thing is consistency. Inconsistency in how often I can use the cameo, like how fast I can recharge it, or it recharges, or for example, if it has like a slow recharge time, is it gonna be worth it for how slow the timing is to recharge, or how if the move's good enough but it's a slow enough recharge, is it worth it to use it, or like something like that. And okay, what is it? Consistency in here. And another thing, just also touches to give something that makes Nitara more. I know I kind of verse this, but I just want to emphasize, a cameo that has good synergy with Nitara, i.e. can allow her to go make her movement a lot better, or help her extend her combos in a unique way, or give some mix-ups, or makes her safe and sort of things, stuff like that. Now, I will be going in order of how I place the cameos in the tier list. So number 1 is Tremor, which I do think is probably Nitara's best cameo by far, mainly because of the versatility and the general tools and the it's a cameo tier list, and I'm explaining it. I explained my reasonings early on, so if you want to go back and listen to my reasonings, yeah. Okay, so again, the reason why I think Tremor is probably Nitara's best cameo, it's just the versatility and the options that Tremor gives Nitara. Either the low bowling ball toss that can help Nitara get in, the crystallized armor that can allow Nitara punish moves on hit, which is very strong. The projectile reflect, which is really good, as well as the ground pound. Like that. Also, on Wake Up, that move is an invincible Wake Up, like the Projectile Reflect is invincible on Wake Up or as Reversal, and it's a mid, so since Nitara's Wake Up is a high, that is really good. So yeah, I won't go on too long about Nitara and Tremor, or for like the majority of like the S tier ranking cameos. I won't go on too long because a lot of it's pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, like that's kind of like what, yeah. Of course, I do know yeah, and Tremor is actually the main team that I've been using with Nitara as well, so, yeah. So yeah, like, I will, and also another thing, Tremor gives Nitara extra health, so Nitara gets a full 1,000 health, which isn't, like, people say, oh, health doesn't really matter, but it kind of does, because, you know, more health means harder to kill, but also harder to die, kind of thing, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, a lot of things. Also, you can... Also, you can combo off this. Also, you can add like also you can do mix-ups or like setups. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like I do admit, like in the mirror matches, it is a bit weird. Also, another thing, what I found is like you can kind of use like the Tremor summoned as a flash parry in a sense. So like, fun. Alright. It's kind of hard to show. It's a little bit hard because I've only just been starting to be trying to get the hang of it in a sense. But like frankly, like since like you know Tremor like summons out that and he's like a separate character almost, you kind of like use him as like you kind of like almost sacrifice him in a way for your opponent to like whip out a move and then you can punish them on whiff and that sort of thing. Like, it's only something that I've just been starting to practice, so it's a little bit hard, but yeah, that's like a little tidbit I found. Okay, now the second cameo I put is Pharah.
Nitara, Raiden. Pharah, Cyrax, Cage Mansion.
Like if you play Nitara or versus a Nitara player, chances are you already know about Pharah. Like you know, like got a good mix, overhead, low, like that. Also, another thing, I don't see enough Nitara players do this, like use the bite, like use that to get like a safe form of armor. Like this, like that. But basically, you know about Nitara Pharah. This is a good team. Like again, like I said, the only real weakness about this team is that you can easily get zoned out. You can easily get zoned out, and also like you can interrupt Pharah. You can interrupt the Pharah inputs, or like you can also easily react to the Pharah stuff. So yeah, So I won't spend too much time explaining it because, you know, Pharah is pretty easy to understand.
Nitara, Raiden.
Alright, what was the next camera I put? Oh yeah, Serena.
Serena, Cyrax. The Great Hall.
Now, okay, Now, a lot of you might be thinking, oh, why is Serena so high on the tier list? Well, many things. A, projectiles. Like, you know, projectile, like really good neutral. Like this projectile, like the fast projectile. Also, this move that drains the opponent meter, and because of Nitara's high damage, you can get some insane, you know, damage combos. Like from the opponent, just the meter being drained. Also, thanks with Serena's buff, Nitara gets a buff, plus her meter regens faster, since she's a heavy meter usage character. That's really useful. Not to mention, what? You know, 38%, no bar for like one kameo off a low is really good. Also, another thing that is also really good is that hello game is that Serena gives Nitara a mid wake up, which again she desperately needs because this wake up is terrible. Also, you can come off it. Fuck, I was too late. You can come off the demonic dance in the corner. Oh, and also I nearly forgot. You can combo off that as well. You can combo off the fast. And look at that, 49% off one bar from that. Like, really, really good. So yeah, that's why Serena is like, in my opinion, top 3.
Nitara.
So, next is Sonya.
Sonya Blade. Cyrax. Wuxi Academy.
Alright. Sonya, again, is pretty self-explanatory as well, so I won't stay too long. Like, you know, good, like, easy projectiles for, like, neutral and help with zoning. A overhead that is +2 on block. Look. Fuck, what is this called again? Like, I kind of like the dive kick, but, yeah. There you go. Yeah, the dive kick, basically. The dive kick, which is really safe, so you can use that. Yeah. Offset this, and also not to mention, you know, combo extension as well, and you can get really good damage as well. Now Darius. Darius was one of the few cameos that got a lot of questions in terms of
Darius.
Why, like, he was higher. Like, you know, like, a lot of people, a couple of people thought that Jax would have been where Darius is, and Darius would have been where Jax is. And the reason why is because, and the main reason why I put Darius above more than Jax is because, yeah, exactly, But like, yeah, the main thing about Darius is like, Jax's got mix as well from the from the ground pound and that sort of thing. My main thing is like Darius is more consistent. So say for like, you know, like that overhead low. So drop down. I haven't. That also. Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Exactly. Also, you can do stuff like this. Like that, which is very dirty. I love this sort of sauce. Also you can do. Yeah, I'll just set up like this. You can do low overhead. You can do low overhead or low overhead or, you know, like stuff like this. Or you can, or even overhead low. Like the mix, yeah, like the mixes are like really dirty. Also, yeah, also you can like set it up. Like this. Yeah, Bounty Hunter and Wolf are like the only two Nitara players besides myself that uses Darius on a somewhat regular basis. And so like, yeah. But like again, like the main thing about Darius is like Darius is only good for characters that are, you know, that don't zone very much. Like for example, Omni-Man. Like if I verse an Omni-Man, this is like the team that I will be playing with, because since he doesn't have any projectiles, I can easily get in, and yeah, I could easily get in, and I could just mix him up from there as well. Also, you can also. Not to mention, like, just look at this damage. Like, this damage is just so, chef's kiss from the amount of damage. So yeah, that's like another thing. Also, like, also you can do, oh yeah. What? What? You know, like something like that. That wasn't optimal, but that was just something like that. Exactly, yeah, he scales like really like less than fair, exactly. So yeah, that's why he's in S tier. That's why he's in S tier. Alright, now that's S tier done. Now we're on A tier.
Nitara, Raiden.
And for like the first cameo, it's Jax.
Tarkatan Colony.
Now, I'll get to that. I'll get to that, I reckon. I'll get to my reasons why. I'll get to my reasons why. Now, with Jax, the same sort of thing goes with like Jax gives like the same sort of like game plan as Darius. Gonna get the hard knockdown. This. Like, you know, like that. Basically like that. Like, that's mainly what you'll be using Jax with. With Jax is the ground pound. As well as, you know, like this, basically. Like that, basically. Like, that's like kind of like the only real reason why you'll be using Jax. Is mainly for the ground pound and the combo extension. But the main reason why is that I don't put Jax where Darius is because of, where is it? There we go, opponent type. There. It's because of this. Oh my god, where is it? Did I get it? Yeah, cool. It's because it's mainly because of the delay wake up kind of thing. Like, it's the delay wake up that you can like easily start with the Jax. Yeah, that's kind of like the main thing. Like, at least with Darius, you can like you can time Darius, like you can tell Darius when to go off, or like when to, like, you know, use his move. So yeah, that's like the main reason why I put Darius above Jax, is A, more consistent mix-ups, and B, you can time it. You can time Darius when to go off. So that's why I put Jax, I'm not Jax, Darius above Jax. Okay, now Sector.
Nitara, Raiden.
Now, if you watched my last video,
Sector, Cyrax,
where I was using
Age Mansion.
Sector with Nitara, you'll kind of see how I used Sector as, like, with Nitara. Let's do this. Like, I kind of use Sector as like a way to get in. Like, I use Sector a way to get in, also for pressure, for meaties, also for, like, you know, just like a general sort of like get in tool, but also a pressure tool, so I can make Nitara's pressure, you know, not fake. And also, like, I'll be using this. Like, if I try to either like dash back or whatever, I will be using Sector like that just to get it. Not to mention, he has, like, you know, the flamethrower, also the teleport. This. Yeah, exactly. It's easier to do it with the double rockets. Like, it's easier to be used as the double rockets as well. You know, like that. Although you can do it. You can do it, with the, normal rockets. Although the timing is a little bit harder, you know? But still, 45%. That's not too shabby. Here, let me just turn off. Oh, you wake up. So yeah, that's kind of like the main reason why. Yeah, like that's the main reason why I would pick Sector. Like, if an opponent keeps, you know, yeah. Hey, what's up, Mufasta? Yeah, this scene is good. Like, it is good. It does, lack a couple of things. Like, the rockets kind of recharge I mean, they do recharge somewhat fast. Like, yeah. This is a good team. Like, but you still may need to work a bit hard when using it, mainly because, like, since the rockets have like a set target when you do activate, like, you know, there's far, there's close, there's normal. Yeah, no, not really. Mainly because, if you're in the corner, like if you're in the corner, here, actually, you know, I'll just show you. I'll just show you. I'll just quickly show you why this isn't, like, the best team for, like, you know, for, Sub-Zero. I mean, mid-screen, yes, but not so much in the corner. What? See, like, you can't really... Yeah. Yeah, see, like, the Ice Clone hits Sector. And if you try to do the teleport, if you try to teleport, you get frozen. Yeah, no, same thing with the telepunch. Look, see, I tried to do the telepunch, and I get frozen as well. Same thing with the flamethrower as well. You know, like, yeah. So yeah, this, like, in the corner, this team isn't the best up against Sub-Zero. Like, mid-screen, yes, I will agree. Mid-screen, yes. But in the corner, that's not so.
Nitara. Raiden.
Okay, now who else? Okay, now what was after Sector? Sub-Zero. Yeah, exactly. Alright.
Sub-Zero. Cyrax.
Now, Sub-Zero. Now, actually, I probably should have... Actually, hold up. Now, if you want to go against Sub-Zero, however...
Nitara,
yes, no, not Raiden.
Sub-Zero. Cyrax. The flesh.
Yeah, and like, I'll show you. Yeah, but however, there's a bit of a trick to it. There's a bit of a trick of how to do it. Yeah, Serena is also a good pick against Sub-Zero, which is what I kind of mainly use. But yeah, okay. Now, with that, however, you gotta activate the Sub-Zero ice armor a lot earlier than you think, because otherwise, here, let me turn on the button log so you can see real quick. I just realized. See, I was mashing the kameo ice, the kameo button for Sub-Zero, for the ice armor, like pretty late in the string. So for that, you want to do it pretty early. You want to do it pretty early, the ice armor. So yeah. And that means then you can do the you know, the combo punish. Also, that's also really good. The ice armor is also good, so like, you know, get in. You know, like, yep. Like that, you can still get the Sub-Zero shenanigans, like the parry, like the +8 on block, projectile, for you to like get in. Also you can just do this. What? Right. That. So you can still do the other Sub-Zero shenanigans, it's just that with the ice armor, you want to do it pretty early. But like for you, it shouldn't, like most Sub-Zero players pretty much do this regardless because, you know, they play the same most of the time, so yeah. So you can just do this. Like that. So yeah. So that's, so yeah, still good, but again, you might need to work a little bit harder. Now.
Nitara, Sub-Zero.
Now, hold up, did I put Frost? Yeah, I put Frost up next.
Frost. Sidebacks. The tea house.
Yeah. Now, Frost... Now, I still think Frost is good. Like, it's a good pick. Like, it might not be my first choice. So, I'll keep that button input. It might not be my first choice, but, it is still good, though. Like, you get a mix. You get a projectile that you can, you know, freeze him. Like that. And the mix. Also, that's safe as well. Also, you know, you can add like setup. You know, you can get Nitara damage corner combos, basically mid-screen. Good chip damage. Okay, if we just do, like, you know, like that was basically like 7% of chip. Yeah, there's lots of things that. Oh, also this. Oh, fuck. Also, if you can set up this move. Yep. Like, if you want to talk about not scaling, that move basically doesn't have any scaling. Also, you can cancel it, so you can. Yeah, it's back. So you can cancel it, that sort of thing. So yeah, Frost is. I'll consider like Frost to be like a good cameo, for Nitara.
Nitara, Sub-Zero. Raven, Frost.
Now,
Kung Lao, Cyrax. Cage Mansion.
Kung Lao. I still regularly use Lao on a somewhat regular basis. Like, even though he might not be as good as, you know, on day one as release, you know? Here, let's just do this. Okay. So yeah, like basically, you know, it's the same thing. Yeah, same sort of thing with Tremor. Same sort of thing with, yeah. Exactly, Mufasa. Like, this team is still really good, not to mention... And because Nitara's combos are so long, the recharge rate doesn't really matter because, you know, Kung Lao is, yeah. Exactly. Hard to blockables. You get a mix with the low. Also you can, you know, you can do this. You can combo off the spit. You know, that, you know, lots of things. Like, Kung Lao is it's probably like the best example of like the jack of all trades but the master of none kind of thing. Like, he's good, but like there are other cameos that kind of do it somewhat better, you know? Like, in my opinion, you know? Like Frost, I mean, yes, you can hold it down for like hard to blockable, so since Frost like basically freezes you in place, the timing with the spit, it's like basically, it's basically as soon as like Nitara like spits on the opponent like this, you know, like, it's easier to do it like in a combo, but yeah, yeah, it's basically as soon as Nitara spits on the opponent, that's when, like, to do the teleport. Also, you need to hold the teleport, the camera button down for the teleport. Like, you need to hold it down. Also, you can do, things like this, so... You can also air dash back to try and keep yourself safe, you know? So yeah, also another thing you can, you got this move, which I don't see very many people use, whatever reason, because it's like +9 on block, I think? I'm pretty sure. Here, let me just double check. Oh, no, I thought it was more. I thought it was more than... Yeah, it's +11. So yeah, there you go. Like, +11 on block. Yeah, like, it's +11. So I don't really... Plus also, you can combo off it as well, you know? So I don't, yeah. I mean, I guess like it takes the full cameo bar as I guess like it takes the whole cameo bar. But I mean, look, 50%, 50%. Like that's basically like a round finisher right there, basically. Like if you had 2 bars, or even like 40, like it was like 40% here. Yeah, 44%. Yeah, 44%. Like that's still like a round finisher combo right there, you know. And if they don't have breaker, like yeah, exactly. Like you'll easily win. So yeah, that's A tier done. Now Arachnid, I hope you're still here because now we're on B tier, which is like good in theory, but Nitara's health is too low.
Nitara.
Now, if you go back to my videos, like if you go back, actually no, not too far,
Chameleon.
I would say.
Cyrax.
You can see that I did use Chameleon with Nitara when, before she got, you know, nerfed to the ground. And the reason why I kind of stopped using her is one of 2 reasons. Is like, actually the one main reason why I kind of dropped Chameleon with Nitara is because of the health. 850 health is way too short, like low of a health. Exactly, like 850 is way too low. Like 900 health, that's like the bare minimum where it's like workable, you know? And since pretty much every character could do like around 40% for like 1 bar, if that, it's basically like 2 touches and I'm dead, you know? And if you're mirror matching with an Nitara player who, I don't know, uses Pharah, for example, that's basically like a GG's with every hit, you know? So, yeah. I mean, like in theory, yeah, you know. You know, like in theory, like, you know, and also the damage scaling, like before, like that was like 40%. Like that was like 40 to like 43% just by that. So the damage isn't really like worth it, you know? So like, yeah, do I only have it on a Jade? Okay, we'll just do random. Like the only real is like, you know, like the Melina ball roll is still good for like mix-ups, but then again, like Chameleon has been out long enough that like, if you see the Chameleon, like if you see the Melina icon with Chameleon, chances are you're gonna be reading the overhead pretty easily, you know? And since they got rid of the pushback, they, yeah, like basically like the mix-ups are not really like what they used to, plus the damage scaling, and not to mention like, well, I mean, look, I like Chameleon. Chameleon was really fun. I did enjoy Chameleon. She was really fun, and it kind of, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Julix. Like, yeah, well, like, again, like, any sort of, like, if you're, for those that are just tuning in, if you have any questions about any other cameos, like, early on in the list, you can just go back and you can understand there. But, yeah, exactly. Low health, lot of damage scaling, the game has been out long enough where you can easily predict the mix-ups and also highly punishable. And yeah, that's why, yeah. Exactly. Like, Chameleon was really good, but then she flopped really hard when they nerfed her. you know?
Nitara.
Yeah. Now, who's the next? Kameo. Oh yeah, Kano.
Kano.
Now,
Cyrax.
again, Kano was is like one of those cameos where, like on paper, like on paper, would be really good for Nitara, like really good, because like if it wasn't for the health, I'll probably be using Kano. Like I'll probably use Kano if it wasn't for the health, and that's mainly because just like Sector, you can easily get in. Like easily get in with the Kano knives. You know, like this. Like, you know, keep you safe. Whoop. You know, like keep you safe from like that. Not to mention you get a mid projectile. Like mid projectile, which is also a wake up as well, which is good because, you know, again, Nitara needs to wake up to be buffed. Yeah, Kameo, easy to get in. You know, like easy to the mix-ups with the Kano, with the charged Kano ball. Alright. That, you know, a lot of things. But again, 850 health is way too low. And, yeah, if Nitara had like at least like 950 HP, then I would actually consider using Kano. But as it stands, Kano, like, because of the health, Kano is just not worth, like, it's not really worth using, in my opinion, with Nitara. Because, yeah, of her low enough health. What's the next one? Oh yeah, Striker. Again, Striker is kind of like a similar deal with Kano, but there's a few different changes. So I won't go in too much detail with Striker. You know, I'll just So yeah, Striker, pretty much the same thing. You know, easy to get in. Easy to get in with the striker grenades. Mix-ups. You know, overhead low, which are safe. What's the restand? Okay, it's done. The restand. It can be like this. Like that, basically. Yeah. And again, I probably would have used Striker, if, you know, again, Nitara's health. Not to mention also the Striker grenades take a little bit too long to recharge, but he has other tools that I would feel like would be worth using, you know? So yeah, that's kind of like the main thing that, yeah, with Striker. Now, and another thing about, people was like wondering about, like was a bit like, I wouldn't say disagree, but like kind of wish that, this camera was kind of moved a bit higher,
Nitara.
is Nitara.
Raiden. Nitara. Cyrax.
Now, the reason why I had Nitara like as low as he is mainly two things. Like I said earlier in the stream, what I was looking for in a cameo and how I was judging these cameos with with Nitara is that is like uh did was like did another cameo do something like did something like had the same sort of like move of that cameo but did it better, or is the cameo only really good for that one move but doesn't really have anything new to offer that, say, for other cameos offered more but better, you know? Like offered the same but better plus more, you know? It's kind of like that. Now, the only thing that I would really add is that, which is like plus 13. That's like the only that's like the only thing that I would really say that is worth using with Motaro, sorry, is like the low shot as well as the fatal blow hit animation that Motaro gives you. But then again, Sector can do the same thing, but it's a projectile. And it tracks. I mean, yeah, I mean, I get it. I like it is good, but like, yeah. Well, yeah, but again, like, yes, you can combo. Yes, you can combo off the spit, but Kun Lao does the same. Can give Nitara the same thing, but adds hard to blockable mix-ups, meterless damage, setups, mix-ups again, and also, I mean, yes, the buzzsaw is -3 on block. Yeah, and yes, like the low buzzsaw is -3 on block, but still, -3, that's still safe. That's still safe, you know? Plus you can hold it down and it can be extremely plus. Just like the Sonya cameo as well with her energy rings. So yeah, like if Motaro added extra, I mean, yes, you got the turret. Yes, you got the turret, but it costs the whole cameo bar. And it recharges super slow, you know? So, like, yeah. Yeah, like with Nitara, like, you need to have, yeah. I mean, yeah, you get it. So, yeah. Yeah, and like, yeah, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. A plus 13 mech is good. Like, you know, and it does recharge fast. I will give it that. It recharges extremely fast. Therefore, the consistency is there and all of that. But again, like, if that's what all Motaro is really good for, and he takes away 5% of your health as the Nitara player, which gives you 850, it's just not worth it. Like in my opinion, like, yeah, on theory it is good, but I don't know. Like the the takeawayness of like the health is just, yeah. So that's kind of like, yeah, my main thing. Now for C tier, which is like fine, but it's not really
Nitara.
like good. Like it's not really like the most ideal in like the higher rankings. Like keep in mind, I've been in Elder, like I made it to Elder God. Like I'm an Elder God player. I'm an Elder God Nitara player. So I feel like I can vouch for this specifically, as well as I played with some of the top players in the OCE, and I'm friends with them, and I play with them on a regular basis. So that's that.
Scorpion, Cyrax.
So yeah, like for the first, I feel like out of all the cameos in this kind of like tier list, or in
The gateway.
in the C tier, I believe. Yeah, C tier. Scorpion is probably like the most viable, but not that much, mainly because that if the opponent, understands the mix-up, like, with, the Scorpion overhead, which is 30 frames as well, which is why you should realistically only be conditioning the opponent. And actually, yeah, let me just take control of player 2. Not to mention, like, you can interrupt it. You can interrupt the mix as well. So, yeah. Not to mention you can up block it and yeah. So, like, yeah, Scorpion, yeah. Like, the overhead isn't the best. Well, I mean, it is good because, Nitara does have a low. But realistically, you should only be doing this, to condition the opponent. Like, you throw out heaps of back fours, like, never confirming it. Well, I mean, you will confirm it with that, but, and then maybe, like, once in a blue moon. Yeah, exactly. Plus, it's not, plus on block like Sonya's. I think it's, like, -5. I'm pretty sure it's, like, -5. Which is safe, like, don't get me wrong, like, it's safe. But, again, you can interrupt it, and, yeah, it's a whole big thing. Again, you have the combos. Ah, nice cool. Glad you got the map. I'm just doing yeah. Yeah, exactly. This team isn't terrible. By the way, also, another thing, I should also mention, I never specifically say that any of these cameos are bad for Nitara, or worse, or like they're her worst cameos. These are just in the fact that how well they work with Nitara at both at a casual level and at a high level. Me, just like the overall, I guess you can say, synergy between them with Nitara as well. Not to mention helping Nitara with any of her weaknesses. I never said none of these cameos are truly bad with Nitara. Exactly. Well, yeah, for the most part. Again, with the exception of from like B tier down, from like A tier, from A to S tier, I say those are probably like her best cameos to work in a high level competitive situation. Even though it might be easier to get wins than others, it is easier. But again, like I said, none of these cameos are terrible with Nitara. Yeah, a lot of, you can still get wins. It's just that it's whether or not it's worth using those cameos with Nitara. So yeah, this team isn't bad, it's still good, you'll get good damage. You get 48%, which is really good off one bar. You get it mixed up, even though it might not be the best mixed up. It's cool. A mix up is a mix up. Not to mention, what? Not to mention, Nitara gets a damage buff, so. Game, can I have my blood sacrifice? Not to mention, you know, you can get like some pretty disgusting damage. Even though I wouldn't say it's unlikely, but like you can still land this in the game because like, you know, you can like, you know, set up. Even though the blood sacrifice might be a bit much, still, yeah. Yeah, you know, yeah. We'll see, yeah. This team is good. This team is good, so yeah. But at a high level, like at a high competitive level, it may not be the best. He's the worst character in the game. I guess Peacemaker. In my opinion, it's Peacemaker. Alright, now what's the next cameo? Alright, Shijinki. Now, Shijinki. Now, Shijinki, the reason why I have Shijinki in this tier is like, yes, he is good, but like, he's only really good against against like a character that you're versing, you know? So if you're versing the Kenshi and you can get Sento, then yes, obviously Shujinko is the best pick. But if you're picking like characters like Raiden, yeah, hold up, let's see, like what? Yeah, like what does like Raiden get? Like he gets a projectile. Like he gets a projectile. I mean, you can hold it, but then again, like if you're holding it, you're vulnerable, so it's not really worth it. What else does he get? You get his teleport, which is a weird choice. So yeah, like you know, like if you're versing it against a Raiden, Shujinko is not really the best pick for Nitara. I mean, yes, you do get you know, like that. Like that, and you can get good damage. But yeah, like Shujinko is very situational, and I don't feel like at a high level. I mean, yeah, yeah, I don't know. But also, like, unlike like for example, Kenshi, for example, he can throw out Sento with like cameos like Sub-Zero, Frost, Scorpion. Like he can throw out Sento a lot, but Nitara can't do that. You know, so Nitara is just standing there like a deer in the headlights, pulling out Sento. Meanwhile, she can get punished and all that sort of thing. So yeah, that's what my thing is about Nitara with Shijinki.
Nitara, Raiden.
Alright, what's the next? Janet. Now,
Janet Cage.
Janet, in my opinion, is just, yeah. Yeah, like the 100 health, yeah. The 100 health P is good, plus doesn't scale that much, but again, it's consistency. Like, yeah, the,
Cage Mansion.
like, it's the consistency, in my opinion, one of the most important things in a high level situation is like consistency with like your character or with your cameo, to be precise. So yeah, like in my opinion, Janet is just a Sonya. It's just a worse version than Sonya. I mean, like, look. Yes, you get like crazy projectiles. Like, you know, yes, you can get crazy air combos and, you know, like, like, yes, you can get the, Janet, like the puppet or the Janet Sento.
Damn, I'm good.
Like, yeah, it is really fun, but like, Nitara doesn't really have,
Damn, I'm good.
like, doesn't really have a way to,
Damn, I'm good.
you know.
Damn, I'm good.
Like, what's her low kick? I forgot what's her low kick. So, I mean,
Damn, I'm good. Damn, I'm good. Damn, I'm good.
like, yeah, and also yeah, the timing is really weird with Sento. Like, for example, I can actually do Sento here. I'll quickly switch to Kenshi. I'll quickly switch to Kenshi to kind of show you, then I'll go back to Nitara.
Kenshi, Raiden, Sub-Zero, Cyrax, Cage Mansion.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But like, like I can actually do Sento combos. Like I can actually do I haven't practiced Sento combos. I haven't practiced Sento combos in a little while. But yeah, I just did something simple. I just did something simple and easy, and yeah. And that's mainly because the timing for Janet's puppet versus Sento stance is like very like there's like a significant delay with it. Like with Kenshi, like as soon as you release the kameo stance for Sento puppet, like you know, like you know, there's very much a automatic release, so to speak, where you can get the Sento puppet. Meanwhile, Janet is a lot more delay active, which messes with my mind way too much. But yeah, nah. And also, again, the hot punch with Janet is terrible. Like the scaling. Like previously, Nitara could actually get like 50% for one bar with Janet's hot punch. But yeah, like I mean. And yeah, see, there's like really much of like there's like a real weird delay to it. Yeah, see? Yeah. Yeah, the timing with her moves is like really annoying. So yeah, that's why I put Janet in the C in the C tier. Now, Cyrax.
The Hourglass.
Now Cyrax is really fun. Like, it's actually quite fun. Like, he's like one of those cameos that is like you'll play to goof around with your friends, you know, like not serious, like you're not serious, you're just goofing around. Yeah, you're just having fun because like, you know, you can add like, you can do stuff like, you know, you can do Like, the only reason why, like, the only thing that I wish Cyrax could have, like, will make Cyrax, at least for me, even more fun, is that they made the bomb, like, a ambush attack, instead of, like, a summon. And, yeah, so, yeah, that's kind of like the main issue I have with Cyrax. Otherwise, I probably would be using him, not to mention, as well, like, there isn't really like anything, you know, you can do to, like, you know, to combo into his net, which is a bit annoying, because, you know, the net drains meter, so yeah, like, you can't really combo into it, so you can't really get, like, you know, unbreakable combos with Nitara, like, Serena. But yeah, like, yeah, so, like, yeah, you can, yeah. 1, 2, 1. Ah! I did not know that. But, like, but again, like, still, like, I mean, yeah, but you can, I mean, yeah, I mean, thanks to Wolf, you can do 1-2-1, internet, but, yeah, I don't know. Science is more like, yeah, if that's like the only link, then, yeah. I mean, you can do, I mean, you can do that, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know. I still think Cyrax is, like a cameo best suited for, you know, just to play around with your friends, you know, like, just to goof off, nothing really serious, kind of thing, you know? Now we're going on to the D tier, which is the not worth using.
Nitara.
And again, I want to emphasize again, is like, even though these two cameos are in the D tier, they are not bad by any means. It just, what I mean by, like, not worth using, is just, like, pretty much every other cameo adds, something, like, does pretty much the same thing, but better, plus more, kind of thing. That's why they're in, like, the not worth using, category. Now, we'll start with Movado.
Cyrax. Wuxi Academy.
Now, Movado doesn't, pretty much gives nothing to Nitara. In sense of, like, worth using. Like, the only real thing, I can be, like, I can, realistically kind of be wanting to use Movado is the OTG. It's the OTD. But that's, like, the only thing that I would realistically consider use Movado for. But even, like, think about using Movado for. But even then, like, if Movado is, like, only realistically good for that one move, that's it, then, yeah, he's not really worth, then I don't really see the reason to, like, use him. Plus, he takes away 5% of your health, which, again, for Nitara is not good because you're 850 health. I mean, yes, we have the mine. Hold up, wait, what? Okay, good. I mean, yes, you got the mine. Yeah, I didn't know about like Estera Vamp. They follow me on Twitter, so no, not to brag, but yeah, I did. But you know, even then, they still use. But they use like I'm pretty sure they also use Tremor as well. So again, like if you look back, you understand that you know Tremor is yeah. And again, remember, and again, I can't emphasize this enough. What I mean by not worth using, I don't mean bad. I just mean that other cameos get like offer the same plus more. You can still win with Nitara, Nitara, and Goro. You can still win with them. It's just that other cameos give you the same things but more better plus more. That's the main thing. One of the main things that I am judging on the cameos for Nitara. Anyway, and another thing as well, like you know, you can, you know, combo off that, but back when Movado was actually good, that was like 48% for one bar. So the damage scaling isn't like it doesn't have good damage, and yeah, like there's a lot of things. Plus, also this move, like yeah, like you know, like yeah, his mate is good. But like again, that costs a whole cameo bar, and also his OTG. But like that's realistically the only thing that is like really good. Exactly. Well, I want to say brain dead, mainly because it is Nitara, and with Nitara you do need some level of skill, you know, to do less. Some cameos require less skill than others for obvious reasons. But yeah. So like yeah, that's kind of like the only main thing I have with Movado and Movado and Nitara. It's just not worth using. I mean again, you know, you can still what the hell? Okay, cool. But even then, look, sometimes stuff whiff. Like that, look at that. Alright, maybe if I do. I mean, I guess you can do that, but still. It's the consistency. It's the consistency that's also an issue. Plus, also you switch sides as well. You know? Yeah, so that's Movado. That's Movado done. Now for the final cameo, which is Goro.
Movado, Goro, Cyrax. The Fire Temple.
Now somebody on the post, like on my community post, did say that they will put Goro up further, and like, well, this is the main reason why I put Goro as like kind of like the least. But I don't want to say bad. Here's the thing, I don't want to say bad. The most not worth using cameo with Nitara. Like, again, I will list off all the reasons that could explain without going into too much detail. Nitara's health is down from 900 to 850, which is way too low. Again, Goro has this. I mean, look, yes, the startup is slightly faster than Scorpions. I will give them that. I will give them that. Well, like, yeah, this is my reasons why. Yes, the Goro, like the overhead grab is is slightly faster than Scorpion's at 28 frames on startup. But, if the opponent is standing, then it whips. Plus, it takes a long while to recharge. Like, a lot longer to recharge than it probably should. I mean, yes, you can, combo into it. Like this. Yeah. It was because it was too much damage. But look, even then, see, like, look. Yep. I mean, just like, look at this, like, 43%. Farah could get 49% off that. For like 1 bar, off like the low overhead thing. Farah could get way more. Plus she adds a mix with the low. So there's that as well. Also, hold up, 1 sec. Oh fuck. Plus, also, it's way more easier to punish. Like, look at, like way easier to punish, Like, I would argue, like, it's easier to punish, Goro with, than Scorpion, It's easier. Mainly because, like, say for, like, if the connection isn't, the best, and you use Scorpion to, like, do it. The opponent since the connection is bad, the opponent might not be able to interrupt it. However, you just need to, like, it's really easy. Plus, also, like, you hit Goro as well. So, there's that, there's that. Also there's the whole thing. Also there's like the whole thing of keeping you safe, but then again, other cameos can like do the same thing, but the recharge rate, for example, is like way quicker. Plus also it's like really inconsistent, I find. Like, look, previously it said +2, now it's -1. Now that's still good, but it's not, plus. Like, it's still inconsistent. Also, like, look how slow it recharges. Like, it's pretty much, I'm pretty sure it's like slightly slower, if not the same amount, the same sort of recharge rate as Striker with his grenades. But Striker, again, adds that mix-up of the low overhead plus the low and overhead are plus on block or neutral. Plus you get the restand as well. And look, I get it. Like, you can have this. Like, there's that as well. Plus, there's this as well. But then again, Frost does the same. That's the same sort of like matter of like chip damage as such. Hold up. Let me just double check. Yeah, no, and Frost does more chip damage. That was 5% chip. Frost did 7% chip. For 2 recharges. But yeah, like, but still, that's 20 seconds. Like, if you want to be like doing like that, or like this, and then like that, like that's like it still takes a long while. Plus, yeah, like Goro is just there's so many things that I find that it's not worth using Goro because there's so much. Like I get it, he is good. Like he's a good cameo. Like don't get me wrong, he is a good cameo. Like I use Goro with Tanya. Like that's the cameo that I use. But for Nitara, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it for the fact that, like, A, if his recharge rate is super slow, B, like, he does a lot of things, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like when you're in the high level, in high stakes situation, and since the game is built around cameos, like for a character like Nitara who already has such low enough health and already has a hard enough time to, open up the opponent. I mean, yes. What's the? I mean, yes, you have the unblockable. Yes, you have the unblockable stomp, but that costs the whole cameo bar. And also the opponent can actually move out of the way, and in that aspect, you just wasted your full cameo bar for like no reason, basically. So yeah, that's why I think that like Goro is probably like, I guess you can say Natara's worst cameo. Because like it's just not worth using. Like so many other cameos do the same thing but better, plus more. Also, it's way more consistent. Just overall, just better.
Nitara.
So yeah, that's why. Now, does anybody have like any questions? Like, does anybody have any questions or concerns or like, yeah. Like, I'm happy to like answer any questions, and I could show you and give you my explanations and reasons behind it. Goro is bottom is the bottom version of like Wolf. How do you see it? What's your opinion? What's like your opinion on this on the tier list? Is there anything that I missed, or is there anything that you want to add to a certain cameo, or what have you? Yeah. Or is there anything that somebody might want to add? No, you don't have anything. All right. Sweet. So yeah, that's kind of like the main. So yeah, that's the main reason why behind my my cameo tier list for Nitara. So yeah, it's. Yes, I did, and I did also mention. Yeah, I'll do it again.
The tea house.
I'll do it again just to show you. But okay, no, that's not blocked. So get rid of me. Hold on. I mean, yes, his ambush attacks, uh, like are good. Like, don't get me wrong. But like, look at how slow, look how slow, her, the cameo is to, recharge. Like, that costs, a full cameo bar. I mean, yeah, look, that's 65%. That's 65%. But, if we use, say, for Farah, yeah, let me just switch to Farah,
Nitara.
and I'll show you.
Farah. Cyrax.
That's Farah level that's the Farah level damage.
Night Market.
So yeah. Yes, it was a little, yes, it is slightly, slower, or slightly less, but, Farah recharges way more, plus, you can get the, openings a lot more easier. Actually, wait, hold up, I just remembered. What? Yeah, actually, no, here we go. Yeah, if you want a similar sort of damage, boom, like that, and that costs a full cameo bar and 1 bar meter. And it actually did slightly more. So yeah, that's the main things. Yes, Goro does give you the same sort of damage, but again, Farah can do it, and she does it better, Plus, she gives Nitara more health, plus more mix-up options, plus also safe mix-up options. So yeah, that's another thing.
Nitara. Raiden.
Did you play Goro? Did you play Goro and Nitara? Wolf? Did you play it? Mm. Well, yeah. The input, yeah, it is. Yeah. So yeah, that's the main thing, and also that same combo that I did with Nitara and Goro, that did 72%. That did 72%. Now it does 64, 65. And so yeah, that's yeah. Exactly. Well, yeah, exactly. Nitara and Goro, well, okay. Like I said before, Nitara and Goro is good. Is extremely good. But, okay, actually, scratch that. Nitara and Goro is a good team. But it's just not worth using when other cameos, have the same, tools, but also give, Nitara more, yeah. Yeah, yeah, as well. Look, I will admit, Farah is easy to get the hang with, but that's only due to because, Farah is just like that. But as easy as it is for Farah, to learn to Farah, it's actually quite easy to learn, her, what's the word? matchup, for Pharah. So there's like there's whole reasons why, like, like that. But like I said, all of these cameos are good. Like, all these cameos are good with Nitara. It's just that, again, I can't emphasize enough, some are better than others and offer more tools than the other cameos, but also better. Like, oh, and like another thing about Goro and, like with his, like, low grab, is that okay, exactly, like, yeah, exactly, well, like me, like, I've been using, like, those cameos more and more because they fit my playstyle of, like, getting in, like, rush down, mix-ups, pressure, because, like, I grew up, playing MK9. Like, MK9 was my first Mortal Kombat game, and I mained Scarlet. Big surprise. Big surprise, I mained Scarlet in MK9. And she was very rushdown heavy. Like, very, very rushdown heavy. So, and also, MKX, got me more into the competitive mindset. Like, in my prime, playing MKX, my Melina, like, I was in the top 100, leaderboards in ranked for, like, the first, like, 5 or so months of the game's release. And like, my Melina was scary. Like, she was nasty. And that was when the time when Melina wasn't as good as she is today in MKX. So, yeah, I do like that playstyle of, like, rush down, in your face. And like, another thing here, I'll just do it with,
Academy.
I'll just do it with Scorpion quickly. Because I want to mention this with Goro. Like, another thing that is also really good, with cameos like Sonya, Scorpion, like those sorts of cameos, that, you can just throw this out, like you can, just, just throw this out randomly and catch them off guard. So, like, like, if you're, doing stuff like this, like, short hops into, like, the low sweep, like, stuff like that, and, like, you're mixing your opponent up, what you could do is that. And the amount of times I got people, both casuals and, high-level players, just by doing stuff like this, is surprising of, like, how much. Because, like, since Nitara is, like, I would call it, like, a conditioning character. Like, what she really excels at is conditioning the opponent, because she has, like, this overhead as well, and also, this low. You can very easily, like, condition the opponent to, like, do stuff like this, and if you just throw out something like this, like, every now and again, then, yeah, that's how you can open up your opponent. But Goro, like I mentioned before, can't do that because his thing is like an overhead grab kind of, which is stupid.
Nitara rated.
So yeah, that's all the, so yeah, that's my tier list explanation, and yeah. Again, yeah, I'm just gonna, like, see if anybody has any other questions or concerns, or just, any sort of, like, input that they might wanna, know about with, Nitara and all these cameos before I end the stream. Wait, hold up. Hold up. I just want to make sure that I haven't forgotten anything. Any of the other cameos. So you okay? So you kind of use that as like kind of like a spacing sort of character. Well, like for that sort of playstyle, I would recommend cameos like Kun Lao, Sonya, or like Serena. Like those are the cameos that I kind of would recommend for that kind of like playstyle. Okay, what should I mention before I end the stream? Just want to make sure that I don't forget anything.
Sonya Blade.
Oh, sorry.
Cyrax.
I just remembered something with Sonya.
Sundo.
So if you look back in the stream, you might have mentioned me showing grab setups with Cyrax, like the grab bomb setups. You can actually do the same sort of thing with Sonya, but you can also do like other sort of mix-ups, you know. So yeah, like sort of that. It's a little bit tricky. The timing is a little bit tricky. There we go. There we go. 25% off a grab. Not so bad. Also, you can also get 14% grabs as well, like off Nitara's back throw, which is like really good because like 40% is actually quite a lot in terms of a grab, but that's beside the point. And again, also, you know, Sonya can be doing this. Like, you can do this sort of shenanigans. Keep yourself safe again, like I mentioned. Like that. Also, this on Wake Up is a invincible Wake Up. But that's on Wake Up as well. Plus, it doesn't add the pop-up. So, yeah. That's what also I wanted to mention with Sonya. What else? Just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. With Sonya, Decano. I feel like I explained everything with Frost. Tremor is pretty self-explanatory. Lovato. Farah, Janet, Darius, Striker, Scorpion, Serena, Cyrax, Shujinko, Mataro, Jax. Yeah, I did go Jax. Yeah. But yeah, is there anything... So yeah, before I end the stream, I just want to ask one more time, just to make sure that I've covered everything. Is there anybody that have any questions or concerns or input that they would like to voice out? Please let me know now before I end the stream. Okay. Just answer any other questions in the chat. Alright, I think I've covered pretty much everything, like all the reasonings behind my tier list, and kind of like why the cameos are like up there in like, you know, up there, you know, showcasing the making and that sort of thing with Nitara. Again, I just want to make sure, just so I can get this clear, the reason why, like, none of these cameos are truly bad with Nitara. It's just that, again, some cameos are better than others with her and offer more. But yeah. Anyway, thank you everybody that has stopped by and watched this something different, you know, like a nice little different sort of a stream format. Let me know if you guys might want more of this sort of thing. If you guys haven't already, if you guys want to watch more of my videos and my content, feel free to like and subscribe. And also, I'll add in the chat the link to my most recent video, or you can just go to my YouTube channel and check out my most recent video, which is me playing Nitara and Sector. And for the next video I'll be releasing will be in a few days, and that will be a Nitara and Darius video. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But as always, thank you demons for watching, and I shall see you guys next time.